Robots were once just a dream, but today they're a reality.
My name is Peter Corke. I'm a professor of robotic vision at QUT, and I'm also the director of the ARC Centre of Excellence for Robotic Vision, and I teach robotics to third and fourth year engineering students. Over the years, I've created a lot of resources to make learning robotics accessible. I've created textbooks, open source software, and most recently, 2 massive open online courses, or MOOCs. So what we want to try and do is I think I've always had a thing about explaining ideas and concepts to people. I just like to put these advances into an historical narrative or perspective. So really it's about breaking it down into simple components and explaining each of those components as well and as clearly as you can, and then building it back up again. How do the different components that you've explained, how do they relate to one another? As a practitioner, you've got an idea about what's important and what's not. When you read a lot of textbooks, it's full of hundreds and hundreds of equations. Well, which are the important ones and which are not? And I think the insight from having been a practitioner lets me change the emphasis on what I believe is important and what's not.
Not only has Peter's expertise helped in the lab sessions where he was able to solve any problems that we were facing quickly, it was also great in the lecture sessions where he would be able to give anecdotes and stories about what the industry was like and what it was actually like to work with robots and in robotics.
One of the really important things in a class is not to just lecture, because that's just like a one-way transmission of information, and really that just doesn't work for the students. So I really do try to engage them in conversation.
Peter's teaching was great because, especially in the hands-on lab sessions, he would come around to every group and he would actually engage with us and ask us how we were going and look at problems that we were facing, and he would remember that and follow that up every week.
To make robotics more accessible, and what I mean by accessible is how do I take the concepts and explain them as clearly and as straightforwardly as I possibly can. It's not dumbing it down, it's about trying to remove the barriers that I think too many authors put in place there. So I've done this by creating software that students can download for free and use, something that might have taken years and years to develop in my field. Students can just download it and use it just like that. I've written books to explain things, and then more recently, these MOOCs. So I hope you will enjoy learning some fundamentals of how it is we go about making robots see.